Six different people, Sarah. 6 different people.
All right.
We'll get into that news later on.
Will we?
Yeah, we're off the rails. It's Thursday. Sara Gonzales, the host of the News and Why It Matters.
For now.
All right.
Just joking. God, take a joke.
You know, people get edgy around contract negotiation time. It's a little...
Something like that.
The feelings get out. Well, it's just and again, the hard thing about contract negotiations is when you've been with people for a long time. Like, imagine you're married for 5 years, and then all of a sudden it's time for you to talk to your spouse and say, let's rearrange the way we're doing business. It gets to be a tense conversation. I don't care how good your marriage is.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your relationship is. When it's like, you know what? Let's get into the nuances and details of how we've been doing things for the last 5 years. See what needs to be changed. What you want, what I want. Let's see if we can meet in the middle. And it's very rare. Can you meet in the middle? Because it's like, no, this is kind of really what matters to me after 5 years.
Yeah.
So everybody around here, well, I say everybody, you and I, we've been feeling those tensions.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Tis the season.
Not that we don't love the folks around here, but it's tense to have to deal with that. You know, I don't know. I do.
I'm joking.
I love everybody here.
I'm joking. Don't call me.
You can
say
I'm joking. Whatever you want to say, Sarah. Nobody watches this show.
Listen,
from the Blaze.
It is interesting to see like what we can get away with. I'm like, I know when they're watching and when they're not based on what we say and if we get a phone call. Well,
by God, if you ever slip into the conversation that you got chlamydia ever again, because everybody's
talking about me.
You said I've got chlamydia.
I was being the person that we were talking about. The sperm donor guy. That was the joke, was like they were getting sperm from him, but he had chlamydia. Oops. Oopsie. And nobody heard me here.
I didn't even hear
or
you.
Acknowledged my presence. And then everyone thought I had chlamydia. I don't have chlamydia. Don't. Never have. STD free. As far as I know. If I'm not, I have a husband to kill. But aside from that, no, I don't have chlamydia. I do not. I'd like to dispel the rumor that I have chlamydia.
Somewhere in the footnotes of the show description, can we throw an asterisk in there and it refers down to a deal that says, in this episode, Sara goes to great lengths to prove to the world that she doesn't have chlamydia. But I mean, if you really want to be convincing, we're going to need to see something.
Okay, right.
We're going to need you to.
As if I did have chlamydia, I'd be like, I have chlamydia. I just wanted the world to know.
What is chlamydia exactly?
Well, they used to call it an STD. Now it's an STI.
Sexually transmitted
infection.
So it goes away.
I think chlamydia does. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bacteria.
I don't know.
I think.
I mean, I may be a human petri dish. I have no clue. I don't think I got anything. I don't think. No drip, no clap. Nothing.
No crabs?
No, I've never had crabs.
Yeah, it's a bacteria.
But I told you the story about the guy in Alabama that I know who stripped down naked and sprayed himself with Raid.
What?
When he had crabs. And then he decided, no, it's a true story, and then he lit a cigarette.
No.
Did
he die?
No, he didn't die, but he got rid of the crabs. And his pubic hair and the
part of his penis
first 2 layers of skin of his genitalia. He ran all the way through the door. He's at his parents' house in the farmhouse, and he went into the middle bathroom. His dad was sitting out there reading the newspaper in front of Johnny Carson, and he tumbled out through the door and and his dad beat him out with the rolled up newspaper.
He sprayed Raid.
Yeah, because somebody told him. They said, if you got crabs, you just need to kill the bugs with spraying something down with Raid.
Come on.
Yeah.
Does he have mental retardation?
It's Northeast Alabama.
Okay. Roll Tide.
Northeast Alabama. Sand Mountain, to be specific.
Okay. Say no more.
Just off Highway 35.
All right. Yeah. All right. God bless.
God bless him. I don't know why I'm pulling this over here. I don't want to talk about the news.
Yeah.
Sarah, I mean, this news. Okay, so Israel, Hamas, Ukraine, Russia, Donald Trump.
I'm so tired of it.
Rosalind Carter died. Elon Musk did something. He went to Israel. He might let some Starlink be over the planet. Democrats, they still support Joe Biden more than anybody else, but they like Michelle Obama.
Michael
Obama. Like, I've been dating CJ for a long time now. We've been together for a few years. Just true, for a few years. We've had our ups and downs, ins and outs. People don't understand social media. You put all your best stuff forward. We've had ins and outs. We're doing great. We're doing better than ever. But I've never at any time called her like Christopher.
No.
I've never like mistaken while I was referring to her on stage and said, because her real name is Christina.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never said, hey, Christopher. I've never done that.
No.
But 3 times now, Barack Obama has said Michael.
Which does not sound like Michelle.
Not at all.
No.
That is a hard
Yeah.
That is a hard consonant right there. And I'm pretty sure that Michelle Obama occasionally gets a hard consonant too. But they found out in a poll that Biden would win the Democratic primary, which again, none of that matters because as we established on the show last week, that they've now put out the memo reminding everybody that if they decide that he is incompetent or dies or whatever gets disabled, then they can, at their behest, arbitrarily replace him with the candidate of their choice. Mm-hmm. So that's the memo.
Which, by the way, is entirely possible. Like, can you think of a time in modern history where it was more possible that the Democrat candidate would potentially just die at any given point? Just kick over.
And it wouldn't be unusual. Now, I mean, we saw, like, because he's 100. So
right. He looks like he's going to die every time he gets on stage.
So how old is Jimmy Carter? 300? He's up there.
I think he's 320.
He's up there in his.
Let's see.
He's 100, right? He's 99, something like that.
Gosh, is he really?
And Rosalind Carter passed away last week.
Yeah, he is 99.
He's 99.
Wow.
So just a mere 16 years older. Now, how old is Joe? 81?
I believe he is.
He's 81.
Yeah.
So he's a mere 17 years older, 18 years older than Joe Biden. I can't do math. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot when you're talking about the difference between 81 and 99.
It's a lot. Like there's 12 years difference between me and Christopher.
You mean Christina?
Yeah, I mean Christina. So I would think, I think about what's going to happen when I'm 100 and she's 88 and she's still out there ready to drop it like it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got boots with the fur and the apple bottom jeans. And knowing her, she probably will. And I'm 100 and I'm like, I just can't go anymore. But they rolled Jimmy Carter out to Rosalind's funeral the other day, which Melania attended. Michael was there. Laura Bush was there. And then Hillary and Bill and Jill and Joe were there. I don't know where Barack was, and I don't know where George W. was.
Trump, but was Trump?
Trump was not there.
Was not there, but Melania was.
Yeah, he wasn't there. And then Jimmy was laid out in the wheelchair looking all asleep. I mean, they ought to run a pulse on that dude covered in a blanket. And I'm like, he still probably has more mental astuteness than Joe Biden does. But probably not.
Wow, so he's 99. Rosalind was 96.
Yeah, they lived a long life.
That's wild.
Plains, Georgia Mafia, baby. What's up?
Yeah, I want to know what they were.
Peanut farming.
What were they injecting?
Peanut farming.
It's just the nuts.
Hillary been farming out that adrenochrome.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. So Democratic voters support Joe Biden more than any other declared candidates. But hypothetically, they like Michelle Obama. That's the one they want. They would pick Biden 74% over Marianne Williamson. Duh. They'd also take him over Pete Buttigieg.
Of course.
He would beat Bernie Sanders.
Again,
Gavin Newsom only 27%. Elizabeth Warren 25%. Kamala Harris 24%. Who in the fresh F would vote for Kamala Harris? Who is that?
She got like 1% of the vote the last time.
Who's less than?
Yeah.
Who's that 24% of morons? I want to see that village full of idiots.
This really is. I mean, it's a testament to how tribal everyone is these days, that you have that many people who, because you're not saying they would prefer or they only want to vote for these other people. You're still saying they'll vote for Joe Biden. They just, it'd be nice for them if it was someone else, but they're still gonna vote for Joe, which is like, tells you all you need to know about the Democrat Party.
And the fact that we're ignorant as a voter base.
Yes.
Michelle Obama's a different story, though. 45% to Joe's 43%.
Wow.
Michelle.
Well, I mean, I would expect that the Democrats would want the first trans president.
Damn. Golly. Well, she has all the goodwill that comes with the Obama brand.
Does she?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, she's the same woman who said that she was ashamed of America.
Right? Yeah. Remember that.
And, yeah.
She screwed up kids' lunches in schools. Remember that.
She did that.
Mm-hmm. She danced on Ellen, and there was something swinging between her
legs.
I saw that.
Swinging.
I saw that.
There was a little girl in our neighborhood, just a swinging. Michelle was swinging. Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Her dick?
I mean, yeah.
It's a big schlong from what I've seen.
Listen, someone please tell me, if that's not what it is, what in the world would possibly be between her legs?
It's not AI.
Swinging like that. No, this was a long time ago. What is it? I need for someone to explain to me rationally, reasonably, what it is other than a big dick.
Her tuck wrap came unpopped.
That's what it looks like?
Her folded money came unstoved. Lord, man.
Oh, dear.
Love you.
Love you.
Listen, Sarah, I've known you a long time.
Yeah.
We are as close as two people can get.
Yeah.
Without.
Yeah. Everyone thinks we have, but we haven't.
But if you had a dick, I'd point it out. I would point it out.
And I will say I do wear tight enough stuff that you would see it.
Yeah. And you don't wear underwear.
That is true.
99.9% of the time.
That is true. Which you can also see.
You can also tell. But I'm like, I'd point it out. I'd be like, what's that?
Yeah.
So I put that out there as a fair analysis of saying, if I'm wondering if a woman has a penis, then I don't care who you are, I'm going to point it out. Not just Michelle.
Right.
I go back to the sheer fact that no one, I mean, Barack Obama's written 3 biographies. He's written 3 autobiographies.
Wow. I mean, has he really been 3?
3 different books about himself.
Give me a break.
How much narcissism can you handle?
You've got the one. What else could you possibly have to say?
More. Well, he had to tell a story about his father that he didn't know, and he had to tell a story,
one.
Being a Kenyan and being a Hawaiian.
Right, figuring out how to fake that. Never mind.
Yeah. But with all of that narcissistic publicity they've given themselves, because again, they were never interested in being politicians. They want to be celebrities. That's what they are.
Socialites.
Which again, that article right there just said the Obama brand.
Right.
That's what they wanted to build, was an Obama brand. He thinks he is king shit. I mean, she's up there dancing with Bruce Springsteen, and Barack's out there doing his little TikTok video. My wife is so cool.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're douchebags.
Yeah.
But anyway.
As a gay couple,
there's no pictures of her pregnant.
That is true.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Have you seen that Don Lucre on Twitter?
Yeah.
He's done this new thing where like he says stuff so that Community Notes will fact check him.
Fact check it. Yeah.
And he'll be like, here's a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant. And then the community notes will say, actually, this is not a real picture.
Not a picture.
This is AI generated. There is no picture of Michelle Obama pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
How could that possibly be? Do you know
when
any
you're
woman
that big
alive?
of a narcissist.
Do you know any woman alive? Not even take the narcissism part out of it. It's true, but just take it out of it. Any woman who has had a child of her own who does not have one picture of herself pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't know one.
Hey, y'all unplug the teleprompter and plug it back up over there.
Oh.
There it is right there. Now roll that thing. Roll that thing. I could do it. I could do it from memory. But I want to do it from the teleprompter. Hey guys, you got to diversify your savings with physical precious metals while stockpiling silver in your home safe. It's Birch Gold Group's most popular special of the year. Now through December 22nd, for every $5,000 you spend, every $5,000 you invest with Birch Gold, they'll send you a 1-ounce silver eagle coin for free. Text CHAD, I spell it Chad, to 989898 and claim your eligibility now. You can purchase gold and silver, have it shipped directly to your home, or have Birch Gold's precious metal specialists help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold for no money out of pocket. And they'll send you a free silver for every $5,000 you purchase. So keep it for yourself. Give it to some, give something with real value as a stocking stuffer this year. Text the keyword Chad to 989898. Claim your eligibility. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Thousands of happy customers. Now's the best time to buy gold from Birch Gold. Text Chad to 989898. No obligation. Claim your eligibility for free silver on qualifying purchases before December 22nd. We'll be right back. Boy.
Yes.
Girl. I'm still stuck on the whole Michelle thing.
I'm sorry. Do I remind you of Michelle Obama?
No.
Okay.
No, you're white. See?
No, I'm not.
You are.
Ew.
Are you offended by brown face?
I'm very offended by brown
Does anybody
face.
do
That's why I spray tan.
Does anybody do brown face?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
You saw that kid at the Kansas City Chiefs.
I wish I hadn't, Chad. Look at that.
It's appalling.
Oh, what kind of parents does this little hoodlum have?
I'll tell you, the kind that's about to be real rich. Because after they went after that kid for saying he was in blackface. How do you put that? Karen Phillips wrote that article.
I'm sorry, what's the name?
Karen.
Karen?
Karen.
Sounds like a Karen.
It's a dude. Carron.
Sounds like a Karen to me.
Sounds like a Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Who said he just offended two groups of people.
Oh, no.
Blacks and Native Americans.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Bless you.
I'm allergic to Quran.
Allergic to bullshit.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Try to ruin a kid's life and then went after the parents. How dare he represent? His face perfectly matches the jersey.
It's so cute.
It is cute.
That's dedication for a little fan.
Good looking kid. I dressed like Santa Claus when I went to the Texans game Sunday. That could be polar appropriation.
How dare you?
I didn't go as an elf.
Well, that would be dwarf appropriation.
I didn't want to be a midget. A midget. I think that's a sophisticated French elf. Midget.
God, this poor kid. Just trying to dress up to go to his football game for his favorite team.
Doing it, man.
He did. He looked very cute.
He was in
And by the way,
Vegas.
can we just hold on? Can we just clarify for a second? If his entire face would have been black, which is what Karen Phillips was trying to insinuate, he still would have been freaking fine because he wasn't doing blackface.
Right.
And you don't need to act offended at everything because you want to have faux oppression.
Where's Justin Trudeau's?
Exactly.
Why isn't Caron criticizing Justin Trudeau?
Exactly.
Who's been in blackface a lot.
Exactly.
What about Bill Clinton? He did some blackface.
Did he?
Well, no, Hillary did the blackface. No, he did the blackface in the old Halloween thing. There was a little Halloween party. Bill Clinton did it.
They all did it.
They all did it. Jimmy Kimmel's
Up until
done it.
5 minutes ago, it was fine to do.
Yeah.
So also, he's clearly not trying to be a black person. He has a Native American headdress on. He's clearly dressed up like an Indian for his football game. So there's no oppression there. There's no it's not controversial. No one's offended. No one's offensive. Like, it's just a costume. Get over it.
They should burn him at the stake. That's what Indians would have done.
And now
That's what
here
white
they are.
people would have done too.
Here they are, just on their land that we've
Nevada.
forced them onto.
I'm sure Las Vegas is built on some kind of Indian land.
Yeah.
I mean, most casinos are throughout the country.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't think Vegas is. Anyway, Justin Trudeau, I love him.
Do you?
No. Absolutely despise the man. The weakest of the just beta soy.
Mm-hmm.
Just he is the milk from the almond's nipple. You know.
That's a great way to put it. Actually,
play clip number 7, please. This is what he had to say about MAGA Republicans.
It's not a political debate in Canada. All parties in Canada stand with Ukraine. So it is particularly troubling to see, even though we are seeing a rise of right-wing rhetoric in the United States with MAGA conservatives, across Europe in certain corners of right-wing politicians and parties starting to pull their support for Ukraine, starting to parrot Russian disinformation and misinformation and propaganda.
Oh, no.
That suddenly the Conservative Party of Canada would choose to not stand with Ukraine in something that they need, that the Ukraine has asked for.
So whatever Ukraine wants, Ukraine gets.
You're a MAGA extremist if you disagree.
That's what he just said. If Ukraine wants it, what he said, then our political parties should unite with one another to agree to just give them whatever they want.
Who are you to deny them what they want?
Well, who is he to tell me what American extremism looks like or what conservative politics and what their desires are? He's a Canadian prime minister.
Excuse me.
He can put that penis right back in his mouth and choke on it.
Justin Blackface Trudeau, okay?
Well, he is Justin Trudeau Castro. Let's get the hyphenated name just
true.
right. But you know and America could. How do you lump those things in together when you question? Okay, we've sent hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine at this point. We've sent them our weapons of war. We've sent them missiles. When did it become Justin Trudeau's business what America sends to Ukraine? Whether we speak out for it or against it. And he's going to say, "Oh, we're not going to do whatever they say in America. We're Canadians, and we all, not in Canada, we don't do those things."
Yeah, Canada is welcome to send them billions of dollars.
They're
Can we
welcome
look
that
to do
up
that
real quick? Brandon, will you do a quick little Google search on how much money
I would love to know
Canada
how much
has
Justin
sent
Trudeau
to Ukraine?
has sent.
Well, Justin Trudeau hasn't sent a penny.
Well,
I mean, him personally, not a penny.
Right.
But
since February 2022, Canada has sent $2.4 billion.
That's it?
I got that in my pocket.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's a drop in the bucket compared to what we've sent.
Literally.
Oh, 2.4. Wow. Wipe my ass with that.
Since when of 20?
February.
It's, February of 2022.
Okay. So let's go and round it up to 2 years. The last 2 years, they've given $2 billion.
That's it. And we've given, what, 100 and something billion?
Yeah, somewhere
and we've given, look it up. Let's get a dollar figure on that.
Yeah, by the way, I would like to clarify, I wouldn't wipe my ass with, I would love 2.4 billion. The United States.
Well, you can't fight Russia with a lot. You can't.
Comparatively speaking, you could
really
wipe their ass with that.
Fight Russia with that amount of money. Now, I
don't need to fight Russia. I'll go live my own life with that.
$2 billion, I could probably have fun at the strip club.
I mean, for a while, right? Just for a night?
Weekend.
Really? Wow, that is a wild weekend.
The expensive place.
Chad, we're at about 80 billion.
80 billion?
On our end, yeah.
That sounds light.
No, I've read it's over 100 billion.
That
it might be
sounds
more.
light. But I wonder how much if you look at like equipment and everything. Like we gave them our missile reserves.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems light. We're going to have to pump those numbers up. Imagine being Vladimir Zelensky, dude. What a racket that guy's been running.
And he is so entitled. He comes and he tells America, what was it, a couple weeks ago, he said like, oh, well, it's just give us some credit.
Yeah, we'll pay it back.
Yeah, we'll pay. We just need credit. We'll pay it back. Like, excuse me?
I want to know what Ukraine's GDP is. I want to know what they're working with
good.
to be able to pay us back. But again, when I say things like this, because again, it's just common sense to say, okay, Canada, who really doesn't have a dog in the fight,
Right.
is going to lecture conservative Americans about our questioning of where money is going. These are taxpayer dollars when our southern border is wide open, inflation's rampant, our gas prices are through the roof, people are living off of credit cards, 33% interest, 31% of your annual income is going to pay your mortgage, and all these lists of things that are going on, and we got a senile dementia patient who's got his toe knuckles on the precipice of eternity. He can see dead people because he's seeing into that realm that you and I can't witness just yet, and he's trying to shake hands with him while he's standing on the fucking stage, and he can't climb upstairs. Like, I'm a little bit inclined to tell Justin Trudeau to mind his Arctic-ass business. Stay up there in the frozen white tundra, you piece of shit. How's that? Yeah. Feel good about myself right now.
You should.
Until I watch this back, and I'll be like, come on. But no, the sentiment remains. He can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
He can kiss Michelle's cock.
He might like that too much.
We're off the rails, by gosh. Anyway. Pisses me off, Sarah. Tell me how I can spend my money and how I can. So I've got a dude who likes to, he hears when I say these things about Ukraine. He's one of them blue and yellow flag waving dudes. And he loves to try to troll me on Twitters and talk about, oh, this is what Chad doesn't care about jobs for Texans. And he's got some place over here in like Garland where they're building this military industrial complex over here for putting together bombs and missiles and oh, he doesn't like jobs for Texans, and not at the expense of lives. With really, what do you want? Are you saying we're going to have an ongoing, continual, perpetual war, and we're supposed to they're building this facility over here to employ Texans so we can make sure we keep funding Ukraine to shoot back?
No, thank you.
And that's the dumbest logic I've ever heard in my life.
We can find other jobs for Texans.
Or we could end the war and let people get jobs that aren't, based off of who's bombing who right now.
Exactly.
Dumbass. They're like, he could really educate you. You should get on one of his feeds and listen to what he has to say. Yeah, I got time for that. I got pain right now.
Do you?
I do.
You do.
Justin Trudeau gave me a headache, and I got gout in my ankle.
Yeah, you've been limping.
The ankle!
I don't like it.
I got to get back on the relief factor.
You do.
I stopped it. I'm telling you, I can tell when I get off the relief factor. I can tell.
I'm going to bring you a pack tomorrow.
Water and relief factor. I got it in my truck.
Oh. Take it.
I'll take it.
Chad?
I'll take it. If you're dealing with pain, and many of you are, I bet you relief factor can help you too. Don't just sit there and deal with it like I've been doing the last 2 days. Deal with it, all right? Inflammation is a major thing that leads to a lot of crazy complications going on in your body. And Relief Factor is one of those things that will keep your inflammation markers in check. You don't have to live in pain. It's a great way to reduce pain. Those inflammation in the joints causes most of that pain, but it can also lead to other illnesses as well. So when you take Relief Factor as directed, you could absolutely change your life. It's not a drug, but it is developed by doctors. And it'll help reduce your inflammation. 70% of the people that order it, they just keep on taking it because they keep on ordering it because it works. So if you're living with pain, try the 3-week quick start, $19.95. That's all. It's a trial pack. So go over to relieffactor.com. Call them on the phone, 800-4-RELIEF. Relieffactor.com. We'll be right back. I like fat people.
What?
Fat, F-A-T.
You like fat people.
We're supposed to these days.
Oh.
Fat is beautiful. There was the girl in the Miss Universe thing.
Nepal, Miss Nepal.
Miss Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
You would think at those higher elevations that's more difficult to breathe, it'd be hard to put on weight, but she pushed through the odds and really gained some. I mean, she ate for a Nepalese, beautiful woman. but I mean, thick.
It's not a third world country, apparently.
No.
She's eating.
She's come from privilege. She's upsizing. You know what I'm saying?
Which, by the way, I would just like to point out, you can be like, she is still a pretty girl.
Yeah.
But you also cannot tell me that is a healthy weight, because it's not.
A healthy weight.
That is not a standard in which we should set.
You're going to criticize you. Okay, so again, sometimes people do have a medical issue that makes them overweight, but that's not her.
And that's not a standard that you should say every woman should aspire to be this standard. No, she's overweight, and she's not overweight, healthy.
And also, the pictures of her are photoshopped. They rub the wrinkles out and all the.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they're pushing some indentions here and there. I studied it.
They scrubbed out the cellulite.
They did a little bit of that, but they also like pushed in her waistline a little bit to accentuate her ass. Yeah, some of those pictures that are out there floating around the webs.
Wow.
Yeah, they did all that. So again, you're not getting the true picture with a deal like that. But again, it's not about aesthetics, although let's face it, beauty is about balance, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like if your eye is up here and the other eye is down here, nobody's going to say, "Wow, that's a beautiful person." You may be a beautiful human being,
right?
But they're not going to look at that and say that's a pretty face.
Yeah.
Like Victoria's Secret is probably not going to give you a job. They'll do it if you got a wanger. But if your eyes are like this, you're probably not. Because, again, beauty is about balance.
Right.
Like if you got one normal-sized nostril and the other one's like as big around as a silver dollar, they're going to go, what's wrong with that person?
Yeah.
It's not balanced.
Well, and I know there will be some people who will say, well, back in the old times,
that's different.
That, being heavy was a sign of wealth, and it was, they had all these pictures of heavyset people. Well, we know more now.
We know more. We
know that it's unhealthy.
Those people also live to the ripe old age of 38.
Exactly. Exactly. We should strive to be a little bit better than that.
So I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not. But again, New York City, this is where I'm going with this. Because people do, you're fat shaming. I'm not.
I am.
I'm just whatever. I'm just telling you, it's not. I mean, I work on my weight all the time. I mean, just left to my own devices, I get big. But they got protected characteristics they've got these laws banning discrimination in New York now. They've added height or weight.
They've added what?
Height and weight. You can't discriminate based on height or weight. So you've got age, gender, race, religion, but now a person's weight and height is also going to be considered to protected identifiers under law in New York City. So you gotta rein in this fat discrimination in New York's jurisdiction. They have a commission on human rights because if you're fat, you have rights. You got fat rights.
Do you?
Yeah.
You have the right to eat a salad. Just so we're clear.
So again,
I have some questions. You let me know when you're ready for them.
Things I want to say about this, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, there are just some jobs that you just can't, let's take a flight attendant, for example. No height and weight requirement. So you got a flight attendant who's going to get stuck in between the seats.
I've
had
their
fat ass
come
can't
close
get through.
to happening.
And we're just supposed to be like, it's fine. It's totally fine. You're going to take the plane down because you've exceeded the weight capacity. It's fine.
Well,
we don't want to discriminate.
The commissioner, Annabelle Palma, of course, said that most forms of appearance-based discrimination have persisted unchecked.
It's not appearance-based. There's just some job,
it's logistics.
How about physical trainer? You're telling me I can't say the 400-pound person who applies to be a physical trainer who's gigantic and fat.
Yeah.
I can't say, I'm sorry, I don't think that you're qualified for the job, given that you're 400 fucking pounds. Now you can't do that?
So they had a city councilman there. He's the one who authored this bill. Or sponsored
Is he
it,
fat?
I should say. Sponsored.
Is he
Yeah,
fat?
he's fat.
I bet he is.
But he proposed the bill. He gained weight during the pandemic.
Oh, my God.
And he noticed that people didn't treat him the same as when he weighed less.
Yeah, because he was...
Because he was fat. And so it's also about changing the culture and how we think about weight. All right. Here's the thing. if you weigh 300 pounds, I can't pick you up. It doesn't matter if I change my mind about that. I physically can't pick your big ass up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm not trying to diminish your sense of self-worth. I'm just telling you that the logistics don't work out. I can't pick you up. Versus a person who's 100 pounds. Like, if I need to help you get out of the hospital bed and over to the potty, I would much rather wrangle that 68-year-old woman with the kyphosis in her back than, Large Marge, who I can't do it by myself. I need assistance. So it doesn't matter if you change your mind. It's so, yeah. So he wrote a book about this. Oh
my God. The city councilman?
Who wrote the freaking book? Who's this? Who is this person?
Mr. Producer.
Mr. Producer. Who is this person? Oh, Eric Adams, the mayor. Eric
Wrote
Adams.
a book about being fat?
No. Eric Adams spoke in favor of the bill. He's a health-conscious vegan who undertook an overhaul of the city's public school lunch program and implemented a plant-based diet.
Oh.
That's what's wrong with the Big Apple.
Oh, that's exactly that's why they're all fat. They're eating a bunch of soy.
He said, science has shown that body type is not a connection to if you're healthy or unhealthy. I think that's a misnomer that we're really dispelling. He did write a book in 2020 that detailed his journey to losing 35 pounds.
35 pounds? Are you joking? 35 pounds?
I did that this year.
Oh my God, write a book, Chad. You lost 35 pounds. I lost 100. And let me tell you, being vegan and eating a bunch of soy is not the way to health.
No, it's not.
35 pounds.
It's a way to make your gonad shrivel.
Oh my gosh. These people, they're so self-important. As if he's the only one who's ever lost 35 pounds.
Well, come on.
35 pounds?
I mean, that's so much.
It's really not.
It's really not. I lost that this year.
Yeah.
With very, very minimal effort, actually.
Exactly right.
And then I was, but I mean, there was a time where I lost 60 pounds years ago.
I mean, I'm not saying
and I'm just saying, but it never crossed my mind to write a book about it. So
like, good on him for bettering his health for losing that weight. I don't think that makes him like the expert on all things health.
Here's the thing: critically thinking. I want to push past the fun that we're having at other people's expense, and I want to show you.
I'm not having fun. I'm mad.
Are you? I like watching you get mad. That's fun for me. God, I'd hate to be married to you though. Can you imagine?
I'm right here,
honey. You know this. Your husband is a saint.
All right already.
Saint.
Whatever. His life is entertaining.
Shut your whatever.
Shut your whatever.
This is where they take it to the extremes always. So again, if you're going to fight for abortion, well, there's the 9-year-old that got raped. Or if you're going to, there's always the extremes they go to. So here we go. Here's some examples of weight discrimination.
Oh, God.
This was given at a city council meeting this year.
Okay.
Forget that drag queens are reading stories to children and dangling their junk out there. But a college student complained that the desks were too small. Under the new law, if she can prove that the small desks are a result of discrimination, she could likely sue the school.
No.
So again, y'all can get mad at us for, you're fat shaming. No, I'm telling you, your taxpayer dollars is going to pay that fat ass the legal liabilities. And again, you know what she's going to do with that money after she wins the lawsuit against the city of New York?
Eat.
Head straight to the motherfucking McDonald's. Oh, well, we're moving on. We're not eating in the drive-thru no more. We going to Paris. We going to the Double Eagle. Beans don't burn in the kitchen.
And that will lead to, of course, higher prices reflected in things like airplanes and all of the things that you and I have to travel.
And if they can prove
you're gonna
that
pay
United
more.
Airlines, if their seat belt extender ain't big enough to wrap around your rotund ass, then
they're going to redesign the whole damn plane for
and you
bigger
can
seats.
sue the airlines,
and you're going to pay for it.
and it's going to go higher.
Yep.
Now, the person could have just put less food in their face.
They could have.
And had a little self-discipline instead of us continuing to justify poor choices. And again, I know I can already read the messages that are coming my way. Save the internet ink. Don't send them over here because I'm right. You're right. We're right. It's going to cost you money. Your health care prices are going to go through the roof. And I want to talk more about this.
Okay.
Y'all can tune out and turn off if you want to, but I'm going to a break.
No, don't.
I want to come back and I want to talk about this thing because again, this is where I keep telling people think critically about this stuff. It's more than just you're poking fun at people.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Because again, everybody suffers.
It's a societal problem.
It is. So that's like saying you can't make fun of the black community for being fatherless. The black community is well aware that they're fatherless.
Right.
I see a lot of black comedians that are buddies of mine making fun of it all the time.
Yep.
You see the dude the other day who said he went and got a tattoo of his father and they wiped the soap off and there was nothing there? I don't care if that pisses people off or not. That shit's funny, man.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's good.
All right, we're not done making fun of people. You and I are really bad for each other. You know that, right?
I do.
I love it, though. Guys, did you know that poor sleep can cause weight gain? It can. It can cause mood issues, poor mental health, lower productivity. Sleeping less than 6 to 7 hours a night is linked to reduced white blood cell counts. White blood cells protect your body against illness and diseases, fighting viruses, bacteria, and more. And you know what? That's true. I don't care what Eric Adams says. Sleep is the foundation of our mental and physical health and performance in our days. Having a consistent nighttime routine is non-negotiable. So I want to introduce you to Beam Dream. You know that we talk about Beam Dream's powder, their healthy hot cocoa for sleep. And today, you guys get a special discount on Beam's Dream Powder, their best-selling healthy hot cocoa for sleep with no added sugar. It's available in delicious seasonal flavors like cinnamon cacao, sea salt caramel, and white chocolate peppermint. Better sleep has never tasted better. Dream contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, melatonin, and nano-CBD to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. A recent clinical study revealed Dream helped 93% of users wake up feeling more refreshed. 93% reported that Dream helped them get a more restful night's sleep. Just mix Beam Dream into hot water or milk, stir or froth, and enjoy for bedtime. Find out why Forbes and New York Times are all talking about Beam and why it's trusted by the world's top athletes and business professionals. If you want to try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, take advantage of the biggest sale of the year. Get up to 50% off for a limited time when you use my promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad. That's right. That's shopbeam, BEAM.com/Chad. Beam.com/Chad. 50% off. We'll be right back. But again, the extremes. We got to move quick here. But another woman complained that she had faced body shaming and pressure to develop an eating disorder.
What?
Yeah, it's always the extreme. That's the pregnant 9-year-old that got raped. I mean, they always go to the extremes.
Like you're obese and someone asked you to curb your eating.
All New Yorkers, regardless of their body shape or size, deserve to be protected from discrimination under the law.
Oh my God.
I mean, okay. I don't know that I've ever discriminated against. I mean, like, I don't want to date anybody.
I feel like discrimination only occurs when it's something that you can't help. Like it's a characteristic, it's a trait of yours that you were born with.
Right.
No one was born just like, I was born obese.
Fat activism and fat liberation.
Oh, God.
You know what a good fat liberation would be? It's to lose weight.
That would be very liberating.
It's a big deal in recent years. So Victoria's Secret women's intimate company embraced fat acceptance, ended up with a marketing disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know why? Because them angels can't fly when they when they carrying an extra couple pounds. Then there's the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance.
No.
NAFA.
Stop.
National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance. NAFA.
NATFA.
What do you think that person's name that heads that up is? Tigress Osborne.
Of course. Of course it is. Of course it is.
Tigress Osborne.
Tigress.
Tigress. Tigress.
Sounds
I
like a
mean-
name. That sounds like a name they give you when you're on the run or something.
Shit, right? Shit, almighty. I mean, listen, you
Tigress.
should be tougher. You should have thicker skin to match some thick hips. If you've had to go through life with a name like Tigress, you ought to be tough already.
It's true.
Boy named Sue. This is such a powerful moment for anyone who has ever faced discrimination simply because of the size of their body. You know what? They'd be pissed off. I've had to get on airplanes where I've had to weigh because the plane's so small.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's certain places up north. Yeah, you got to fly over the frozen tundra up there, and they've literally had to weigh people because they figure out where you need to sit on the plane. I mean, this is science. Like, that's real science.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of matters.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, I'm being discriminated against. Okay. Then don't fly on the plane.
What are you talking about? 300 pounds is still healthy.
Yeah.
I'm as healthy as you.
I should be allowed to take up 2 seats in the deal. Okay, well, you're not.
Pay for 2 seats.
Pay for 2 seats. So again, this is the stupidity of, because it's going to cost everybody.
It's going to cost everybody. It costs everybody an increased healthcare costs. It costs everybody everywhere you turn. So as much as you want to say it's my problem, it's my business, none of yours. Okay, but that's just not the case.
That's right.
I would love for it to just be your problem, by the
I
way.
want everybody to bring their fat asses out to Yorktown, Texas to my show Friday night. That's what I want. It's 5D Steakhouse. You can have a good old steak, big
There you
old
go.
baked potato. That's what I'm going to eat. Me and my fat ass going to be doing it.
Get fat.
You can walk right up to me and say, Chad, you're fat. People do it all the time. They say, Chad, you're getting fat. They say it on my show. I see y'all in the comments going, Chad's getting fat.
That is so rude.
I ain't worried about it. I'm living large. Hang tight. We'll be right back. $2024 is going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. A lot of things coming up. A lot of things coming up. I'm finishing out 23 as strong as I can. Going to head over next week to Little Rock, Arkansas. 3 nights over there. Looney Bin. Get your tickets now. St. Cloud, Florida, which is the second week of December. It will sell out. 2 shows, 1 each night, Friday, Saturday. 15th and 16th, I think. Get those tickets now. WatchChad.com. American Beauty by Sara.
Mm-hmm.
You are a beautiful woman, Sara.
Thank you.
Inside and out.
Thank you.
Even when your butt's a little tubby.
Is it right now?
I don't know. I've never looked at your butt. Shut up.
Chad.
Don't try to call me out on a public forum. Yeah, I looked at your ass. Walk it out there. Try it out there. Ding, 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 ding. I can hear that thing just wiggly like a little cowbell walking.
Really?
Ding, 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 ding.
It's not that big.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of.
It ain't big. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
I don't need a BBL. I'll tell you that much.
You don't need to join NAFA?
I don't. I'm looking to not join NAFA.
Yeah.
I had my membership there and I revoked it.
Yeah, I don't like being fat.
No.
I'm not a fan of it. It
No.
doesn't make me feel good.
No.
I'm too claustrophobic to be tight in the skin. You know? All right. Hang out tomorrow with us. Subscribe to Blaze and watch Overtime. Be a fun little conversation. And y'all have a good one. Love you. God bless you. Bye.